Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Rosegoldbeautyx. I bring you guys this like hot fire, super red, goldish makeup look. So if you guys want to not keep watching, but if you guys want to know how I did it, then keep on watching. So first things first, I did prime my face with a mattifying balm since I do have pretty oily skin. This one is from Tristique. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It was my first time trying it. It was pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of awkward to put it on, just because it was a very like a really thick consistency, and it felt like I was putting like a chapstick on my face. I do like to prime my under eye area, and I did use the Pixie Beauty 24K Eye Elixir. I actually really love using my 24K Elixir because it really helps me with depuffing my under eye area, and it really brightens my under eye area. You know, me being a mom, I don't really sleep that much, so it definitely helps. The next thing I did was I actually applied a very light layer of my foundation. I am wearing the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. I mean, it's practically perfect for oily skin. I'm not gonna lie, this particular color was a tad bit too light for me. It's not very, it didn't quite match with my neck, but it's okay. I can totally make it work. Next thing I did is I actually moved right over to my eyes after applying the really light layer of foundation. Since I am going to be using very deep colors, I wanted to make sure if I have fallout that it's okay. You know, I can remove and then reapply. So I am priming my eyes with a cream concealer. It was also my first time using it, and I didn't want to put it up just yet and let you guys know which one I did use, just because I wasn't sure if I did like it or not. Because for this particular look, it was beautiful, but it did crease on me a little bit sooner than my typical looks. Usually I can go for like I guess you could say 6 hours on and still have a fresh eye look, but this time it did not quite get there. So I actually grabbed you can grab any orange shadow that you have in your kit, and with a super fluffy blending brush, go ahead and just put that on your crease. After really building up on the color, I used the Juvia's Place Saharan 1, I believe, no, Saharan 2 palette. I did use the magenta color right towards the bottom to kind of deepen up the crease area. This look is really all about a lot of blending, to be honest, because I mean, in the video it's gonna look like I blended for only like 10 seconds, but in reality I was blending for like 10 minutes. No joke. So you guys can grab practically any, I believe this is an eyeliner or a lip liner, one of the two. Just any liner that you guys have that's kind of reddish or like a burgundy color, and use it as a base for the next color to really intensify the color of it. You could also use concealer, but I find for my particular case I like using something that matches the color of the shadow. So back to the Juvia's Place palette, the Saharan 2. The magenta color that we did use for our crease, I practically layered it all over my eyeball. Literally, I mean, I packed in the color. Excuse my voice. I'm actually I'm getting over a cold. Not getting sick, but getting over a cold. I mean, when am I not sick? So with I believe I actually used tart shape tape to sort of cut, I guess you could say cut the crease area, but it's not really my crease. It's more like the inner corner area. So I packed in the color. The gold color is from the Saharan, I believe the Saharan 1 palette, and I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful gold. It has a little bit of a green undertone, which I actually really liked. I don't know what it was about it. The tone with that particular gold toned shadow really worked well with the red and magenta. So with the same brush that you used to pack on the magenta color, go ahead and blend the gold tone with the magenta tone. That way it's not so much of a harsh like line in between. Literally, use the same brush and do not put any more color in it. Just pat on the actual color and it's going to work out. Then let's see, what did I use? I used the ColourPop concealers. This was my first time trying them. I did have a lot of people saying that they oxidize on you and it's like really hard to work with them. I actually really liked them. Super affordable. First of all, I mean $6 for them. What I did for me, I like to use two different color of concealers. I like to use one that has more of a peach undertone right underneath my on my under eye area practically, and then a little bit lower than that, more on the higher, I mean not higher, but lower area of my under eye. I use a much more lighter concealer, and it kind of creates the illusion of both being extremely highlighted and also concealed, if that makes any sense. So then I moved over to cream contour, and I'm using the KKW cream contour sticks. I've been using them for quite a while. I can't quite tell if I like them or not, to be honest, but you know, it's what I have. I'm trying to make it work. I do blend it over with the stippling brush, just to let you guys know. A lot of people do it with the beauty blender. It doesn't quite work that well for me. I feel like it blends it kind of all over the place. So I'm like totally over the whole baking the under eye moment, to be honest. I do not do that anymore. What I do, I actually grab a little bit of my powder, whichever powder I have around, and I literally press the powder into my skin, right under my under eye area. Of course, I do still powder the rest of my face, but just it's a little bit different. I mean, super basic, nothing too crazy. And then I do always set my contour with a bronzer, actually, which is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I actually really like it. And then, of course, we move on to the highlighter area, and this one is, I mean, lovely. Lovely? Really? Wow, who am I? Anyway, it's by Artist Couture, and it's called the Gold Digger. I love it. What I do with this one, it is a powder highlight, so it's a little bit harder to work with for if you're like newer on learning how to do like makeup and stuff like that. So what I do with this one is I actually press it onto my skin the same way that I pressed my powder under my under eye area. I do press the highlight on my skin as well, and it makes it stay there longer and really you know, really glow, if that makes any sense. And then just grab any blush that you guys have. I'm not a huge fanatic of blushes, so it's not like I don't quite mention them all the time. Just any blush that seems that might fit, you know. So then I moved over to lips, and I did use a lipstick this time. I tend to always use liquid lipsticks, but not this time. I'm using Velvet Teddy by MAC. This used to be my favorite back in high school, and I feel like it was much lighter back then. Nowadays, I don't know, it looks different on me, but I mean, totally went with the look. I loved it. And that is pretty much it, you guys. Make sure to set your face with your favorite makeup setting spray. Mine is Pixie Beauty, of course. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I guess I wasn't too fast, but anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys stay tuned for the next one. Bye-bye.